Russell to MPs, factor Scotland's future into your Brexit vote decision. In the letter, Constitutional Relations Secretary Mike Russell underlines that the week to come is crucial for Scotland's future and set out what the Scottish Government believes is the best strategy going forward. Scotland's Brexit Secretary called on MPs to reject both the Prime Minister's deal and a no-deal Brexit. The letter goes on to advise that the EU should also be asked to extend Article 50 beyond the current March 29 deadline for Brexit, which should then act as a precursor for a people's vote on EU membership. This will be a crucial week for the future of Scotland, but I urge MPs not to think just of the days to come but of the generations to come, Russell writes. The UK government's Brexit deal will take Scotland out of the EU against our will. It will make us poorer, diminish our rights and damage opportunities for future generations. The Scottish Government is today setting out our view of the steps that have to be taken this week to protect Scotland and the UK from the disaster of both the UK government's bad Brexit deal and a no-deal outcome. Russell made clear that the views of the Scottish people, the Scottish Parliament and the Scottish Government should not be ignored by the UK Government under any circumstances, in light of the crucial decisions which will be made in the coming weeks. He said, 4 decisions need to be made. MPs should vote against no deal. They should vote against the Prime Minister's deal. The EU should be asked to extend Article 50 deadline to stop the UK crashing out in March. And MPs should come together to support a new referendum on EU membership. Throughout this process, the Scottish Government has offered to work with others to soften the blow of Brexit, but our offers of compromise have been dismissed by the UK Government. Speaking on BBC Good Morning Scotland last Monday, First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said that it was not enough for MPs to say they were against the withdrawal agreement, and that MPs had a duty to decide what they want to do instead. I hope the meaningful vote does go ahead next week so MPs can once and for all say they don't support the withdrawal agreement, and then the House of Commons can coalesce behind the alternative, she said. In my view, that alternative should be to have another EU referendum. She appealed for Labour to finally come off the fence and stop prevaricating on the issue in order to build a majority in the Commons capable of wresting control of the Brexit process from the beleaguered Prime Minister. I don't take for granted that there is a majority for that, but the SNP will be part of building that majority. And if we can get Labour to finally come off the fence and stop prevaricating, then we'll be closer to building that majority, she said. SNP Westminster leader Ian Blackford told Parliament last week that the UK government was treating the Scottish government with contempt. He added in a tweet that the need for independence was stark. Blackford also criticised the Prime Minister for her failure to appear in the Commons on the first day back in Parliament, saying, "We're just now days away from the deadline to get a deal to protect our economy, and the Prime Minister isn't in Parliament to explain her lack of progress. Why is the Prime Minister not responding to this urgent question?" It is now clear beyond doubt that the Prime Minister's tactic is to run down the clock and deprive Parliament of any alternative to her Brexit proposals, he said. Mike Russell concluded that if the UK is a genuine partnership of nations, then Scotland's future as a result of Brexit must play a role in influencing the decision-making of MPs. I am now writing to all members of the House of Commons setting out the Scottish Government's view of the way forward and our analysis of the damage the UK Government's deal will do to Scotland. If the UK is a genuine partnership of nations, it is essential that the views of the people of Scotland, the Scottish Parliament and Scottish Government are taken seriously, and not ignored, when Tuesday's vote takes place.